we finished watching the second season of Peacemaker. That was what, last week, the week before, where the season finale. The week before. We had the season finale of Peacemaker. And I'm going to give my overall thoughts on it. I know people have shared their opinions on it, but I want to just give mine and everything. I'm going to say that overall, this was a great season. In comparison to the first, I won't do that yet, but I'll just say on its own, it was a great season. Every episode from the beginning, from the slow beginning, and then the build up, that was perfect. James Gunn did a great job building and building and building. And then when it came to sticking the landing, I mean, everything that was happening between the first episode to the last, there was always, oh, I wonder if they're in this universe. I wonder if this happened. People were talking. And I'm not going to lie, I don't think he stuck the landing. I did not. The last episode was even though a lot happened, it was my least favorite. And it's only because I hear that he's not planning on doing a season 3, and these answers there was all these open answer questions or whatever, all these open questions. And okay, that might service your plans for the DCU, but it did not service Peacemaker. It really hurt. This season finale felt like the episode before the season finale. It really left, or if it was going to be a cliffhanger, there was too many things that would happen. But I'll get into that later. That's how my overall feeling. I liked it. I loved it. I felt every episode was great, and then bam, that last episode was the worst. And did it derail the season for me? No, but I don't know. Let's see how I feel tomorrow about it. Baby, what did you think about it? What was your overall thoughts of Peacemaker?
I mean, I enjoyed the season because there was so much humor. I loved the addition of Tim Meadows with his bird blindness.
Yes,
he was
the best.
Just cracking me up. His nicknames for everybody. Titties.
Love him titties.
And that he even kind of came around at the end to not being such a douche. Yeah. So, I mean, I was having such a good time. And then the ending left me going, that was it? Yeah. And that particular episode was so good until the last couple seconds where you're like, wait a minute.
It left you wanting more, but not in a good way.
I mean, initially I was just like, well, that sucks because it feels like I should have one more episode. Yeah. But then I was like, you know what, it's fine. Because next season is probably when they're going to do this. Yeah. And then you find out and you're like, wait, what? What?
I think behind the scenes, when we talked about it, I said that for us to have a situation where we get all of those those questions answered in Superman Part 2, I think that's a disservice to Peacemaker. That sucks for Peacemaker.
No one wants to know that any other show they make or movie, we'll address it there. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Isn't that the same homework mistake that the MCU was making? Was like, if you want to understand the Marvels, you should have watched Ms. Marvel on Disney Plus.
That is a little frustrating because for us who felt like, wait a minute, we just got left hanging. Yeah. Not everybody goes and watches these movies. Some of them just pick and choose, oh, well, I like this character, I'm going to go watch this. Yeah. And then they don't know what the heck's going on. They're like, what the heck does this have to do with anything?
Yeah, when did that happen? Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, it'll draw them in. No, not for those random people that are going to watch it.
Yeah. And it felt like that he wasn't going to do that, James Gunn. It felt like he said that, I heard that he said he wasn't going to try to make those same mistakes that Marvel was making towards the Bob Chapek era.
Well, then it takes away from your movie to me, because then people are watching it going,
it dilutes it.
Why did we put this in here?
Yeah.
We could have devoted that 20 minutes to to more whatever that was going on. Why?
Because there's a bunch of people who love the movie who will not watch the show, or love the show who will not watch the movie. Talked about Tim Meadows, his bird blindness. One of the things that I am hoping for, even in a Superman movie, is that joke that I heard where since he has bird blindness, that whole, what is that up there? Is that a bird? Is that a plane? And somebody just walks by and go through. It's Superman. Like, relax. Like
it
what if his
was
bird
just hilarious
blindness?
that he said it, and everybody instantly went, "Really, dude? That's such a asshole thing to say when we know you're just making this is not even real."
Do you think it's not real?
No. When he first said it, everybody was just like,
of course it's not
really?
Real. Right.
What, you're gonna make up some crap?
And
then
it turns out
like,
it turns out it is real.
For real?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's a parrot or whatever.
It was a duck. He mistaked it for a duck and whatnot. Yeah, Tim Meadows was the best part. Another character that came around for me was Judo Master. I loved his. I feel like I feel like he developed really good, and him joining the team at the end was really cool.
We had that whole with him and Adebayo playing games and her talking like, "Dude, I did some bad stuff to you. Why did you even save me?"
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe you came to my rescue after what I did.
And for people of color, in that situation, it made 100% sense. We got our beef, but you don't know. Not
and
in
then
this.
For her to even come back at the end of the conversation and to be like, if I had known, I wouldn't have done to you what I did to you.
Of course. I mean, in hindsight, everybody's like super nicer to a bunch of people. But that Tim Meadows, that kept messing with,
Ginger.
That his development was great as well. I love that we got more of him.
His quick wit, because even with the eagle killer who tried, he was like, don't take it from me.
Yeah.
No, I don't want you on my side. Shut your mouth.
And the fact that he loved Eagly and did so much for Eagly, and then Eagly finally came around to, just like he did with Peacemaker, came around and hugged him. So that was cool. What was it? Here's a character that pissed me off. What the hell are they doing with Rick Flag? Like, his whole motivation, I get it. Like, you're trying to avenge your son and this grudge with Peacemaker. I get it. It makes sense. Then all of a sudden it's like you're being corrupted by Lex Luthor. It's like he was turning into a frat bro or something like that, like snorting the cocaine and just laughing around with it's just his whole character. Like, okay, if you are one of the guys like me, if you're watching the Monster, whatever was that animated version of him and all that, his character is not consistent. I'm like, what's going on with the? Like I said, I get his desire to avenge his son. I get it. But it just did not fit with how he was portrayed in that cartoon and Monster Commando or Creature Commandos, whatever it's called, and how he was portrayed in Peacemaker. It was night and day, to the point where I loved his character in Creature Commandos. I'm confused by his character in this. It was night and day. It didn't fit. I think the ball was dropped on it. And if you're watching Peacemaker only, of course you're like, okay, that's how that character is. But if you're one of the super nerds who are watching everything that DCU is putting up and it's all canon, night and day, it made no sense. That's another thing. That's one of the things I didn't like.
It was bewildering.
Yeah.
To know that James Gunn said there's going to be a huge cameo.
Oh yeah, the cameo
for the finale. Well, we assumed the finale. That's the way it was interpreted as.
Yeah.
Just for it to be like the big cameos where the band sings the song and then some other 90s band. That's a huge cameo.
Yeah,
that nobody cares about.
Yeah, get that. Let's make that clear. That's what James Gunn was talking about. The band. That's the huge cameo
To me,
for the season finale.
The bigger cameos were episode 1 and 2.
That was sprinkled
that
in.
was the Hawk Girl. And,
those were the cameos. Those were the good cameos. The band being the cameo.
I mean, I was really
dumb.
expecting some characters to show up at the finale.
Yeah,
To
a Superman.
Like, holy crap.
They should have maybe saved Lex for the end. Like show maybe
who's been behind all this.
Exactly, or something like that. But for it 100%, he
or
was talking about the band.
unknown that I don't read all the comics. Some unknown character for you to be like, holy crap, we're going to get a movie with XYZ in it. Oh my gosh.
Well, people assume
didn't get that.
People assume that Tim Meadows is secretly another a Martian Manhunter, but I don't know. I don't think he is now. But I mean, I get it. I agree.
I was like, that is not a huge cameo that you had
the band.
2 different bands sing long songs with montages that.
I mean, I get it. He probably knew that people would be talking about the opening theme song comparison to the first season 1 opening theme song. So getting us to like that band.
It's not that it's not fun. It's just that's not a huge cameo.
Yeah,
to me. That's just like
that is not a cameo.
Cute. That's fun. That's nice.
And they went back to it twice. We didn't need to see that twice. That wasted too much time. So and again, all of these complaints that we're talking about is the last episode. The build up.
That you really were. I was looking like there's one more episode we're missing.
There's
another one, right? We missing. They're going to surprise us, right?
You're
like, no.
There needs to be.
Wow.
There honestly needs to be. What his plans on making wrapping up all those questions in Superman Man of Tomorrow does not make sense. I mean, you did a good job building up to that. That's fine. But it was a disservice to Peacemaker overall in general. It didn't do that. And I don't feel
like, in general, when you're going to end a show and say this is it, we're not doing any more, it should wrap up.
Yeah.
It should end. The whole point of that is to. Especially, I mean, obviously, sometimes shows get canceled and they don't get a chance to wrap things up.
He didn't become the hero that he wanted to be.
But because this didn't get canceled, he just says we're done. And I have nothing else I need to say. Typically, you would end that not necessarily on a happy note, but just with things closed up.
Yeah.
So that we all go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not just this random ending where you go, wait a minute, what?
Yeah. He did, yeah.
What?
It was the loose ends aren't the problem. It's the way he projects that this will all your questions will be answered in the other guy's show. That's not good. I mean, I get it's a cinematic universe.
If you're trying to, I mean, which this is not Marvel, but you get those kind of things in the end of Marvel movies in your little more to come in whatever. Will be seen again in blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So it was like, hell, you could, I mean, if not necessarily a Superman movie, but if I could even understand if this was like, we actually have a big thing going to come out that people don't, this is the announcement.
Yeah.
Another show that's going to be coming out. It's a spin-off, and you're going to get your answers, so it's coming. That would have helped people to go, okay, well, we're not getting another Peacemaker, but we are going to get this spin-off show that's going to answer our questions. But no, we don't get anything. We do get a mid-credit, end-credit that has nothing to do with anything.
He said that he's not doing credits like that.
Still, it's just, there's nothing. That was it.
Now, unless...
We even were looking for the huge cameo in the mid.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
Unless James Gunn is telling us that every Superman movie is now equivalent to a Avengers movie, where you'll have all these questions and these other projects, and then it gets sewed up and answered in a Avengers / a Superman movie. Then it makes more sense. But no, Superman is not the movie
but that should
happen. It should be that would be the now I'm not saying he should follow the same path as Marvel to make it Justice League, but it shouldn't be Superman.
I don't think Superman's the place to answer all your
And exactly. If you have a Batman cliffhanger, you're not going to answer it in a Superman movie. And same should go for Peacemaker and all the other characters. That's not the platform.
People are already not fully on board with Superman, and you think that's the place to answer Peacemaker questions?
Again, yeah.
Okay.
Now, if it's leading to something bigger and bigger, even if all the answers aren't even answered in Superman, and at least something, I guess it can be fun if you do it in a good way, but that's fine. I just feel like the way you started it off, I'm talking to James Gunn, the way you started Peacemaker off, and the way you compartmentalized it to make it its own thing, because he even does different genres and different things, and every like this project might not be rated R. This project will definitely be rated. He does different things in with his shows. All of his other shows are not, even though they're in the same universe, they're handled in very, very unique and different ways. It's just that I don't know.
And it's not even necessarily that
it needs
you needed a happy ending per se. Just a better wrap up for us, especially knowing you weren't continuing it. Something that gave us a little bit more answers to things.
For example, his brother seemed like he was about to take over and fill that void for that evil version of his father that was taken out.
Him off and were like, he's not dead.
So so it was like, okay, that would have been something to wrap up in a final season, like final episode. It felt like he was about to come out of nowhere and take over.
I mean, I was even thinking like when Rick Flag was like, this is for my son. You thought he was going to pop out too and be like,
you know what?
Oh,
and even that would have, that would have been perfect.
Okay.
If that would have been perfect. If his brother would have been right there standing next to him and like, I made an agreement with your universe's Rick Flag or whatever and whatnot, and I'm here now and we're gonna. Because that would have blew my mind. That would have been a good way to wrap it up. But hey, they don't. James Gunn doesn't work for us. But, my wife solved the problem right. That would have sewed it up for a cool cliffhanger. But for season 3 though,
yeah.
It doesn't make any sense why there's no season 3. But I don't know. Before we move on, let's get into what are some of the comments that I don't know. You can't see them on your end. I got them on my mine.
I don't have anything.
I don't know why yours you don't see the live chat, but. Let's maybe you got to put a different perspective on yours. It should click that again. I don't know. There we go. All right. What do we got?
Yes, Peacemaker, mad, exactly the same homework mistake the MCU made. That's from Brianna.
Yeah, exactly.
Said made this thing.
They made the same. Yeah, they made the same mistake. It felt like. You want to know what's going to happen? See what happened. Tune in next time but a whole different show, No, you can't wrap up this in the Superman movie.
She said the band cameo is worse than the cameo of Paul Bettany teased, and it was just himself.
Yeah, it was cool for like a few minutes. I mean, we got to see what happened on that date. That's great. The character development of hardcore and everything, that was great. But we didn't need to go back to it so hard the way they did. Anyway, all right, what's the next one?
Of just how bad film can get, said James Gunn's DCU thumbs down. James Gunn was a massive mistake for the DCU. James Gunn is making mistake after mistake.
I'm gonna stop that. That I don't agree with. I think he is still the right man for the right job. Because again, I mean, you don't have to agree with me, but if you agree with my assessment, everything that was happening from episode 1, which everybody kind of thought was all right, then episode 2 was like, oh, that was bad. It built it was exciting. It had everyone going, wow, that was a bold. James Gunn made a lot of bold choices, and it was working. And then I don't agree when people say if 99% of the movie was outstanding, but the last 1% was a shit show. That means the whole thing is a shit show. That doesn't make any sense. That's just me.
Says this is not how you build this DCU. Build with a Superman film, a Batman film, a Wonder Woman film. Build your foundation first.
That I agree with. Yeah. For him to answer those questions in the next movie. It works, but not that way. The way, I mean, I'm not saying that what he's doing won't work. I'm just saying unless I'm just so dumb, I just can't see the vision. He's probably got the answer in his head, and when it's executed, it might be like great. For me,
us watchers here,
I feel like for me,
we do better if we at least have some hint of. Obviously, you can't give it away, but something for us to look forward to in somewhere.
He's
not just saying.
For all we know, we've seen it, and that's the thing. That's the thing about James Gunn. Maybe we've probably seen it, and we just don't know we saw it. Maybe that's it. Don't you remember that one moment when Judo Master did that thing at the pool? That was the whole plot of Super. It's gonna watch. It's gonna be something dumb like that. It's gonna make you go. It's gonna make you mad. I'm just thinking that's what it's gonna be. But he'll probably be
there were some other good points made. We won't.
The racism thing was cool. The
names of where we heard some of the comments, but the fact that what was the point in finding this other Earth to put prisoners when Lex had already built a prison before?
It was It was literally the same exact plot from Superman. It was the exact same. Yeah, the whole Earth X thing, with the racist versions of everybody, and the fact. Before we move on, Vigilante. The fact that he was the same in every universe, that was amazing. I swear I thought that they were going to do a switcheroo and have the Earth X version of him go to the DCU and have the DC version die or something like that, and like have the same kind of vigilante but with a new perspective of like, wow, this world is better than mine, but y'all still got a little bit few too many Nazis. So like I kind of think I thought that would be, but again, that would be great for a season 3 or a vigilante spinoff. Now if he's fooling us and he gives us a vigilante spinoff, and that's where the answer's really. I wouldn't be upset with that.
If people knew that we had something
to look forward to like that
coming, and you're like stuff's gonna get answered. It's just not gonna be in Peacemaker because we're done with that. Yeah. But you're gonna get it in a vigilante or in some other one of these characters that we're gonna develop, and you're gonna see that answer over there, and people probably would have felt a little better like, okay, well, but just it's going to be in Superman? Like, no.
No, what we got was they started a brand new company called Checkmate, and we don't know what it is. What the hell is it? Okay, Judo Masters, everybody. I'm assuming
getting these musical montages of everybody being so happy at this new company. We don't even know what they're doing.
Are they bodyguards? Are they superhero? Are they a new Justice League? Are they vigilantes? What are they? What is it?
We do everything. We do everything. Bodyguards. We've got private we got
it all.
No.
We
know they're happy about it.
Yeah, we don't know.
We know they've even recruited Judo Master.
Yeah, Judo Master's there. Everybody's there. Meadows. Tim Meadows wasn't Tim Meadows there? Was he with them?
I can't remember, but the main girl that is a stoop.
Yeah, she was there. Yeah, she was there. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's interesting what the choices he made. So we'll see what that cliffhanger leads to. Before we move on to the next topic and wrap this up, what was the next comment that?
That was I don't. That's it. I read that.
You read them all. All right. I'm sorry. What were you about to say?
I mean, the bloop. Well, I guess it's not necessarily bloopers, but just the behind the scenes of like. Economos and his ad-libbing, trying to distract from the fact that Amelia Harcourt and I can't think of her name, the metahuman girl, trying to find out where Peacemaker was at on there.
Yeah, all that.
They don't want them to know, and he's trying to tell jokes.
Yeah.
And then you just have the one lady who just randomly laughs.
That was funny. Those James Gunnisms are great. The fact that one person got it.
She laughed so hard at nothing, and he was like, I am funny, Dave.
Yeah, I knew it. That's all you need is that validation. That's how my jokes hit, too. So overall, I liked the season. It's just that it did not stick the landing. Let us know what you guys think. That's our quick review of Peacemaker. What did you think about Peacemaker? Did it stick the landing for you?